So I've got a review of a game for the Xbox 360 today. It's also available for PC and PlayStation 3. That game is Noire, and this comes on 3 discs for the Xbox 360. So this was developed by Team Bondi and published by Rockstar Games in 2011. It's set in 8 square miles of LA, all like sort of recreated, and that's in 1947. So the game basically revolves around solving crimes. So I mean, you'll start off usually, you'll get a briefing, then you'll be required to drive to the scene, and then you'll get to the scene, look around, find some clues, then sort of follow up your leads. For me, I just found that the game slightly limited you. You just felt like you're given the freedom to drive around this city and, you know, follow your leads in whatever sort of order that you wanted to. But the thing for me was that you got the driving sequences, then you got these like action sequences and these chase sequences, but they all just seem to be like separate. It's really separate parts of the game where they could have, for me, improved it by, say for instance, when you're driving around, they've got the mechanic to have a gun in the game, so you can get out your car. You know, why can't you shoot civilians and then, you know, be punished for it? So I just felt like they're sort of taking things away from you in the game. It's also very hard to run civilians over. It is possible, but you really have to try. And then also the cars set on fire, and they'll just sit there with the engine on fire. They'll never explode or anything like that. So yeah, for me they're just limiting features. That, you know, I know it's, you know, you're supposed to be going around solving crimes, but I just felt like that, you know, what's the whole point in having the whole city of LA just to drive around it aimlessly? I mean, you discover landmarks, and you know, you've got a levelling up sort of system in the game, and when you discover things like landmarks, there's also some hidden cars to find. You know, when you discover them, you sort of level up, and then you got this intuition that you can use to remove questions on interrogations, and you can also use the intuition to show the clues. Now, when you get to a crime scene, some of the clues you'll have to sort of poke around for them. Some of them are already sort of like labelled up by the first officers who got to the scene or whatever. Yeah, so it is a good game, but I just can't help feeling like the basis of this game is this facial animation, where they've got real actors and map the faces into the game. But I'm sort of interrogating people in the game, and I'm thinking, are they lying, or are they just really bad actors? It just seems, you know, unnatural. Like I'm sitting there thinking, is that someone trying to act like they're lying and they're doing it badly, or are they trying to act like they're telling the truth and doing it really badly? So I just found that this facial animation is just a complete waste of time on a game like this. I feel like that's the whole selling feature, the whole hype of the game, and I think it just strips out bits of game that otherwise could have been in there. I found that some of the little action sequences, you got like the ones where you're running around having gunfights, and also the little car chasers, and you got your on foot chasers, and I just felt like they were way too short to be of any worth. I just felt like there might as well have just been a cutscene. And another thing that was a minor irritation in this game is when you get to a location, it plays a cutscene, you know, rather than letting you pull up in your car, park it, get out, say you go through a door and then trigger the cutscene. It just trigger the cutscene as soon as you get anywhere near the location. And for me, it just took away a bit of the immersion into the story. And for instance, you can drive off in your car without your partner, but then instead of just saying you're abandoning your partner, don't, you know, drive off any further, or the missions, well, I say mission, the case has failed or whatever, you just drive to the location and the guy just pops up like he's teleported into your car. So I did find that a bit annoying, but I mean, I paid £9.50 for this, got a pretty good deal on it, so it's worth that for a playthrough. My main problem with the game is that you just seem to be doing the same thing throughout the game. I mean, the cases get bigger, but it just means you're doing the same thing more to complete one case. If you're a fan of probably programs like CSI, I don't know, and I can't really think of another game like it. I suppose that's in its favour, to be honest, but if you like Grand Theft Auto, you probably won't like this. It's like I say, a lot of the game feels like it's had a lot of stuff stripped out that it could have had. Yeah, so that's my opinion on Rockstar Games presents Noire. So definitely worth a play, but if you're the impatient type, you might not enjoy it as much.